Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to Genshin Impact. I'm Terry, and today we're resuming the Archon story quest from the 3.2 update. Last time we saved the world, saved Nahida, and fought Scaramucci, and it took like 5 hours. This time it's not going to take that long. All we gotta do is talk to NPCs, get everything ready for Cyno's celebration party. Because he got rehired as the General Mahamatra, yay! So he's throwing a surprise party. And so we're gonna do that, and then I'm gonna open it up to open co-op. We'll do weekly bosses, all that fun stuff. First up on the surprise party list is Haitham. Gotta make sure he comes to the party.
We haven't seen Haitham anywhere. Let's ask that person over there. Hey there, have you seen Haitham around?
Yes, it seems Scribe Haitham has gone to the house of Deyha. You should be able to find him there. But you're already the second group of people I've seen looking for him today. He must be quite the busy man.
Wait, who was the first group?
Oh? Who else was looking for him?
Yeah.
Mr. Kaveh was just here asking about him.
Kaveh, the secret roommate that everyone already was shipping with him.
And now you two are here.
How terrible their relationship is. And yet they were roommates. And that's why they're in the shipping corner with Cyno and Tighnari.
Don't tell me everyone's here looking for gossip about the sages.
We already know the true story. We were there.
No way. We're strictly here on business.
Ah, I see. Sorry, I thought maybe everyone's as interested in rumors about the sages as I am.
Yeah, well, you're gonna have to stay curious and know answers, because we're not telling you squat. The sages all got fired. The end. Haitham is secretly slightly in charge now, and he's panicking. The end. We're going to the library.
Haitham should be around here somewhere, right?
There they are.
Oh, he's over there. But it looks like he might not have time for us.
He's already talking with someone else. It's fine. It's just his roommate.
Just put down that worthless book and tell me what happened in the academia.
No. No. I'm not gonna tell you any of the things you're gonna be very concerned about.
This is not just some worthless book. Do you have any idea how difficult it is to find a physical book like this in Sumeru?
It doesn't matter. It's probably just another thing that you used your authority to get your hands on anyway. Just put it aside. Listen, I came back today only to hear that the sages have disappeared.
No, we kindly asked them all to leave. Because we decided public executions was a bad look. But also, yeah, you go out of town for a week and come back to your roommate in charge of all of the academia. That's sort of a surprise to know he just overthrew the government while you were gone. Maybe you shouldn't leave.
Oh, you sound surprised. I thought you would already know the inside story.
Would I be here asking you if I knew? You're the scribe, not me. So just tell me what you know already.
That I was there and I did the thing.
Well, I almost became a sage.
Nahida offered me the job and I said nah.
Huh?
Oh,
you
don't sound too surprised now. You're the renowned Kaveh, light of the Kasharawar. Besides, As a master builder and craftsman, chances are you'll be appointed as a sage too.
Don't worry, everyone's been fired. There's plenty of open positions for all of us.
Why do I feel like you don't really mean it?
What makes you say that? Why would you question my heartfelt sincerity?
Because you're a sarcastic bastard.
Maybe it's because you've never said anything good about me before.
This is new ground.
Yeah, well, I share a similar sentiment. And anyone who knows you as well as I do would surely do the same.
You...
Oh my god.
See? This is why I hate discussing anything with you. Your ridiculous and arrogant attitude always gets in the way.
And yet you guys
seems
are
that you really
roommates.
can't stand my personality.
Why are you guys roommates? It's like why?
Ha! What was your first clue?
Well, then you might as well move out of my house.
Again! Why are you guys roommates? I'll hate them. Why is it your house?
Are you threatening me? Stooping to a new low, I see.
Gonna kick him to the couch is what's gonna happen.
Ugh, and don't change the subject. You, a sage? What a joke. The academia might as well just close tomorrow.
Well, seeing as how there are no sages anymore, sure.
Are they having a fight?
Let's see how this plays out. We're not in a rush. We're not doing anything important. Might as well see where this goes. Is it fight or flirting? It's hard to tell.
Forget what's going on with the academia. Haven't you been busy with your construction project? Tell me, when are you going to build yourself a mansion?
So you can move out of my house, apparently.
Don't get me started. I get angry just thinking about it.
Aw, did your mansion plan blow up in your face?
So, what great building did our master architect work on this time?
Like I need to tell you. Keep your nose out of my business.
No, I think we deserve to know. Where were you when Sumeru needed you most?
Like, where were you while I was overthrowing the government? I could have used your help, man. Could have used you backing me up. And you just went off and built a building? How was that more important?
I was in the desert for a large project, but considering Haravatat's utter ignorance of architectural and aesthetic matters, you probably wouldn't understand.
What are you building in the desert? Now I'm concerned. Unless it's just like a research project? Like he's going to get design ideas from the old buildings and ruins? Otherwise, he's building something out there that the sages told him to build out there before they all, got fired for being evil. Whatever he built probably isn't good.
Which is truly unfortunate. I can only pity the man who doesn't understand the first thing about beauty and romance. Unlike a true... hold on, wait a second. What do you mean by when Sumeru needed me most?
Wait, what happened? I was in the desert. I have literally no idea.
Well, while you were out fiddling around in the desert, many people came together to save Sumeru from a crisis.
I may or may not have been stuck being in charge of a team. And I'm not really the leader type. And I could have had you be the leader, but you weren't here. Would have been helpful to have a leader that wasn't me, my guy. I'm the plans guy. And we sort of overthrew the government.
Ha! And you think I'd believe that?
Well, we can introduce you to God now, because we broke her out of jail.
Look, all you really need to know is that Azar and all his accomplices have all been overthrown.
Huh? What nonsense are you talking about?
They're banished to the rainforest.
It's no skin off my nose if you don't believe me. It's not like my Darshan was the one trying to apply for funding from the Grand Sage. Yours, though, on the other hand...
Oh no.
You know what? I'll ask around. I'm sure someone knows what's going on here. You're dead if I find out you're lying to me.
He's not. And that's the concerning part. It's like, you know, if Haitham just told him straightforward, he could tell him entirely what happened. But these two just can't stand in a room together without arguing.
Hey, Haitham.
Oh, it's you two. What's the matter?
We're running some errands for Nilu. Have you received her letter?
Letter?
I've been really busy.
Nilu said she sent out a letter inviting everyone to a celebration feast in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. We'll also be celebrating Cyno's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
If she addressed the letter to all Haitham of the Academia, then the letter should have gone to my office.
And I've been avoiding my office.
I've been busy these days, so I haven't had time to check for any new mail at my office. I only now have some free time to attend to personal matters.
Oh, goody.
Have you always been so busy with your work?
No, but when all of his superiors get fired, he's suddenly slightly in charge of the academia.
Of course not. I'm only busy these days because several sages have been dismissed recently and the whole academia was practically turned upside down.
Tighnari told us they all went to train in the Avidia Forest. Apparently they will spend the rest of their lives there.
Banishment, man. It's better than executions.
That is already the best possible ending for the likes of them. 4 of the 6 great sages were possessed by their desire for power and attempted to create a new god. In order to pull it off, they even imprisoned the other 2 rational sages. To imagine such things could take place in the academia. I don't know where to begin.
Oh, that's good. That just means Tighnari's master was not one of the evil Grand Sages. Or maybe he was? No, I don't think he was. He was most likely one of the 2 rational ones and he just got locked up. And so was sort of being forced to write these letters at gunpoint to try and get Tighnari to come help. And Tighnari didn't fall for it. Good. So his master is now okay and not evil. That's a good thing.
Yeah, you're right. Huh. Feels kind of strange to hear them called that after all this time. But then again, the 6 great schools sounded pretty impressive too.
Yeah, 1 Grand Sage for each of the great schools. 4 of the great schools now don't have their Grand Sages. That's a lot of open positions.
Yes, at least that's how they're supposed to sound. It's said that when the Academia was first founded, the Sumeru Archon herself established the 6 great schools, each representing one of the 6 different types of wisdom. Numerous Darshans have sprung up and faded. Only the 6 Darshans attaching themselves to the 6 great schools have stood the test of time and obtained permanent seats in the Academia. Now, the 6 Darshans are nearly synonymous with the 6 great schools, and the leaders selected for the schools are the 6 great sages. Among the 6 great sages, there is one central leader,
The
the Grand Sage. Unfortunately, only the sages from Vahumana and Amorta remain now. They were imprisoned for opposing Azar, and were only rescued after Azar's downfall.
Yeah, Amurta. Pretty sure Amurta is Tighnari's master.
So who's managing things in the other 4 schools now? Do they need to find someone new?
Yes. Normally, new sages are selected based on a strict set of criteria.
But, we don't really have the time.
Oh, didn't you just say something about becoming a sage? If they pick you, then we'd have a huge connection in Sumeru.
My guys, you're already appointed as sage yourselves by Nahida. You also know the Sumeru Archon now. You have plenty of big connections in Sumeru.
Yes, about that. You didn't let me finish my sentence. The person in charge of personnel affairs nominated me to be the Grand Sage in place of Azar and help Lesser Lord Kusanali manage the Academia. But I refused.
It's like, I don't want to be in charge.
Huh? But why? Can't you be a little more ambitious?
It's like, no, he doesn't want to be the leader. He's said this many times.
I'm not even interested in being one of the 6 great sages. Like I said before, I don't like being a leader.
He doesn't like being in charge.
Oh, alright. So are you busy these days trying to find others to take the job?
That's not my job either. I'm only responsible for handling important affairs within the academia before the new sages take office.
So you're Gene. What was Gene's? Acting Grand Master. You're acting Grand Sage, and then you're gonna get stuck in the position for 2 years to the point where you're basically just the Grand Sage.
And the first thing I'll do is reject Kasharawar's application for funding.
Just to fuck with your roommate. Ah.
By the way, who was that other person just now? Is he your friend?
Sounded like you two live together. We'd like context, please.
Do we look like friends?
Paimon doesn't know. That's why Paimon's asking.
You looked like fuck buddies.
His name is Kaveh, my roommate.
Okay.
You could say he's the representative for Ksharawar scholars.
He didn't seem to believe a word you said.
Which is exactly why he always has so many problems.
So everything that's happened recently must be a huge change for the people of Sumeru.
Such is the work of the Academia Scribe.
Well, anyway, no matter how busy you are, since you are our planner, remember to attend the celebration feast in 2 days.
You know, to celebrate us overthrowing the government.
Alright, I'll see you there.
Yay! We have guaranteed one person comes to Cyno's surprise party. One. Now we need to invite everybody else. Also, there's a book over here. Are there any books on like the other tables? Now I'm curious. Gregor. Doesn't look like there's any other books for me to steal. Just the one? Sort of dumb. Oh wait, no, there's another one. Spark. There's another one. I feel like I just picked up two, but okay. Okay, some of these book titles are making me want to like read these short stories. I feel like there's lore. I get lore vibes from some of these titles. Anyway, let's go to Port Ormos. I don't know who we're inviting. I don't remember. Because I remember them saying so-and-so is at the Academia and so-and-so is at Port Ormos. Deyha. I think it was Deyha. I think Deyha's at Port Ormos. Well, at the moment, it's nobody.
This is Port Ormos. Now where could you...
Yes, Dunyarzad!
Is that Paimon I hear?
Ah, You're not sick anymore. You lived. We are so happy. One of our NPCs didn't die. What a good day.
Huh?
It's been a while. How are you doing?
Dunyarzad. So happy.
Dunyarzad! It's been so long since we've seen you!
I'm doing well. I can go as far as saying I have never been happier in my entire life. I don't know if you've heard, but Elazar has completely disappeared, and all the patients have recovered.
You kidding? Knowing them and the connections they've got, I'm sure they've heard about it.
Yeah!
See, what a surprise.
That's right. My lady is feeling better now, so I'm accompanying her for a walk.
Aww, that's gay. My lady. I know she like actually hired you as the bodyguard and stuff, but that's still gay.
Why do you still call me that, Deyha? You've already informed my father of your resignation.
Hi, Queenie. Thank you for lurking. Have fun writing. I'm realizing, which characters are you writing? For your, or are you writing your own original story? Either way, good luck. 'Cause I don't even know. I call it Nano. Nano Remo Rito? Remo? Original story? Yeah, that's what I thought. 'Cause some people use Nano to write original stories, and other times it's a fanfic that they write 100,000 words of. Either way, it's a lot of writing. So, good luck with that. Stevie's still doing school bus driving for like the next 2 hours, I think. Thank you for lurking.
I guess I'm just used to calling you my lady. Old habits die hard.
Resignation? You mean you're quitting?
Yeah, I might start losing my edge if I keep being a bodyguard for the Homayanis.
Okay, yeah, so yeah, for basically Womptober, but you did it with 15tober. Yeah, your own story is much harder. Yeah, I struggle. 'Cause, like, I can make the world, but the plot's the hard part. Like, writing something out that's long enough to be an actual story, I struggle. I'm just like, it's so much easier when the characters already exist, and the personalities already exist, and you can write based on what people already know of the characters and change that a little bit. Write a fanfic. But your own story and getting people to understand new characters, that's the hard part. But also, I'm pretty sure Deyha is quitting being bodyguard so that she can date Dunyarzad. You can't really date your boss.
You know that my parents and I are fond of you, and that we appreciate you very much. It wouldn't be a problem if you wish to continue to be our bodyguard.
If you want to stay, we can. Yeah. That's still 300k. Yeah, that's still a lot of notes. Cause my notes has been like detective heist story of trying to catch the thief. Because mostly it's just, I built this cool world. Okay, now I have to think of plots to happen in this cool world. So I just have a few sentences of maybe a plot idea. So 3,000 words and notes is still pretty good. So yeah, I believe in you. Thank you for lurking. And I'm sure you'll get plenty of it done. even though it's only the 8th day. Work. Oh yeah, fantasy. Yeah, mine was a fantasy thing. And then I was like, what about steampunk? And then I'm like, well, I keep adding races and removing races, if that makes sense, for a fantasy thing. It's like, I could have every fantasy race, or I could make a map and put specific races in specific spots. And now I basically have the history of the world and its conflicts more than I have a plot of the story. And at this point, I'm like, just write a goddamn history book. No one. But I keep removing races. Like, it did have tieflings, and then it stopped having tieflings. 5 or 6. Yeah, I did humans, elves, dwarves, hawklings, which is basically like angels, like just a winged race, and then centaurs and orcs. Yeah, were the 6 I had. But originally I also had fae, and I also had tieflings. But I realized they were also just in like parallel dimensions and not actually having nations on the planet. And so I'm like, they're sort of not meshing well with the conflicts of the world itself and the geography. So I might as well just remove those 2 races and narrow it down. Eight. Yeah. Yeah, you end up counting and it's like, wow, there's so many more people here. Crazy. Like, I did have mermaid people, I think. Well, Sealy-based race that could, you know, be on land and in sea sort of race, but I also removed that race. And I kept having to figure out the magic system, which you said you have elementals. Yeah, 8 is definitely better than like the 20 races you could have thanks to like D&D and the fantasy races. Because like you have elementals, so you have a magic system in there. And that's always fun. And then you also, because I went sort of steampunk, futuristic, like it's been a few centuries, so there's technology in there too that the humans have built, because they're not very good at the magic part. Yeah, okay, yeah, your magic, your outline for magic, yeah, that's definitely what because I had to figure out how much different races had of magic, and if they had their own custom magic, because obviously elves are considered like the most magical of races generally in most things, and my elves generally live 200 to 300 years. And so they have way more time to learn magic. Even if they just don't, you know, have an innate ability for it, they still have decades and decades more than a human does. And so the elves ended up having a bunch of magic. The humans didn't, but the humans can learn magic. And then, like, the orcs had their own magic system separate. And I had, the hawklings had runes, basically. Like, they did rune magic. And with the feathers and stuff, I was having it be like they had different runes they could write on a feather. And it would be like a seal sort of summoning thing. And that would be how they would channel magic. And that was different from how the elves just sort of knew natural magic. Yeah, so yeah, you divided it into ones that could do magic and ones that couldn't. Yeah, like my dwarves, like you said, dwarves have magic. Mine's like they're really good at the enchanting and stuff. Because that's always what it is. It's like they're the ones that do the enchanted weapons. And so, even if it's not a weapon, they can enchant and have a spell leave an effect on an item for, you know, lifetimes. And so that's the magic they're really good at. And then the elves make up the spells and the potions and stuff. Then, God, I really do not remember because I didn't write it down. Should have written it down. Yeah, humans have to have something to channel their magic through, like a wand. That makes sense. Yeah, you got a good setup for splitting up the magic. And then I assume you have to pick different races to be your main characters, and that's always fun. And like if you're doing a party or if you're doing 2 or 3 main characters. Because I had just a human in one of the Hawkling races, and then expanded into a big old world with a bunch of countries and nations. And I'm like, maybe I should have more, but then it sounds more like a D&D party. You have a mix of main characters, many races, yeah. Because that's always the thing, is like, do I want to, or do I want to leave these races like as a mystery thing? And I have to think geography-wise of like, I decided this race lives here and this race lives here, while the humans have the mixed up city where anyone can come live, but mostly it's humans. Because it was also the fact that the elves basically went empire-like because they lived for so long. And so they just were like, well, we should be in charge. And ended up sort of trying to conquer other things. And the humans never actually had a nation, I decided, because with just how weak compared to other races humans are, they just always ended up being conquered by some other race. And so they only got one city. And I'm like, I feel bad, but logic-wise. Ah, you have a found family thing going on. Well, a found community. That's bigger than a... Because you said the main character is a human witch, but it's a B&B with a bunch of different creatures visiting, seeking refuge from everything. And that's cool. That's a smart sort of idea. Very much a fat family. It's like some silly sort of, I'd almost say Brady Bunch. Well, not really, because they're not actually family, but just, like, since it's like a B&B, so they're all sort of like roommate adjacent sort of things, where they're all in the same building, living quarters, but they don't actually fully know each other and shenanigans. That's fun. That sounds fun. Very much a Brady Bunch. Awesome. Because, yeah, that's sort of the fun vibe of mixing together characters, is dealing with them all living together and social shenanigans. But, yeah, you said your kingdom stuff. Everyone has a home territory, but they don't really have kingdoms. Well, you said they have kingdoms. But obviously they can move. Yeah, because I have it to where mostly everyone moves now. It was just more me locking down territories for the history of the world and how there were separate empires for the races. And certain races got greedy, and then there was a war, and war things happened. And other races got mad at races because bad things happened during the war. And so not everyone likes everybody. Yeah, no, you're not doing any of the world stuff. And I wasn't either. Mine's like basically if I did do Into the World, it would be the prequel. It's like, this is what happened way before, but now we're good, and we're just gonna do steampunk shenanigans with the light sense of magic in there too sometimes. And so it's just because of how much I overthink the world building. I was like, I have to figure out how different races feel about each other. Yeah. Oh no, the ad started. I'll still talk for ages about this silly thing that I haven't even fully written out. Oh god, I'm a rambling. Could just make it a D&D world. That might make it easier. But yeah, now that I pulled you through an ad, I feel bad about that. I'll let you go back to writing your story. And I'll go back to playing Genshin. But I should probably write this stuff out some point. And you almost convinced me to do it. Because I do the world building, but then I never get around to writing the story. So maybe at some point I will do that. But with the steampunk stuff, real quick, it was more the humans have built up technology and the steampunk-esque stuff. They figured out this. All the elves are like, no, we'll stick to magic. But also, your steam has basically led to the development of electricity, and we would like electricity, please. But we're too proud to admit that. Because you're humans, and humans are dumb. Even though they're not. Yeah, tech versus magic, but that's like the two extremes of humans are mostly all tech unless they get the rare, really gifted in the magic person who gets the really hard to get scholarship to get the magical training by the elves, because the elves know the most about magic. And so, while the elves are just like, oh, our kid's good at magic, go to magic school instead of smart philosophy school. And so, it's just sort of the power dynamics of who has access to what. While the other races, like the orcs, are like, we used to have magic, but then we lost the war. And the elves are like, no, don't do magic, because then you might fight back and overthrow us. So we're okay with the idea of weapons. Why not we build a weapon? Why not build a steampunk machine tank? Oh, thank you! Yeah. Well, it wasn't actually the orcs, it was actually the centaurs who basically the steam trains was basically the centaurs, and I don't know why. That was such a dumb idea to me. But it's like, fast transportation. Why not then develop faster transportation? And so I still have to hammer out who knows what and who does what. And like the Hawklings stayed up in the mountains. And so they have their own cultural magic, but they're also slowly learning about the technology. And so, but they're staying away from both groups basically, because they sort of got dragged into the war originally, and that didn't go well. So we'll just stay to ourselves up in the mountains. But I still gotta work some of it out. I hope, yeah, I hate that you're stressed about your deadline. Because I'm sure, because yours is such a good idea too, that I'm sure you can at least, I mean, because if you're stuck on the one chapter, just skip to whatever plot beat you're most interested in writing at the moment. That's how I cheat. But sometimes you still have to write the in-between part, and that's always the tough part. It's like getting from point A to B when I want to just write B. But sometimes, especially if you have a deadline today, just skip to the part B. That's the interesting part. And then after the deadline, connect A to B. But I'm sure you'll get your deadline done. Oh, you're welcome. Oh, do you not know point B, or do you not know? I'm gonna guess you meant point A, not point E. But if you're all the way at point E, I mean, that's pretty far along. Just getting it out. Yeah, that's always... because I sit and I overthink it. And I don't write it down. I think of the cool idea, and I just explain to you the cool idea. But it's not physically written anywhere, because it's faster for me to think about it than for me to sit down and write it out. And so that's definitely the hard part. Maybe bullet point it, like the main plot beats, and like try and figure out, or a dialogue hook, if it's a point B. It's like sometimes just getting two characters to argue with each other is enough to get the ball rolling of the conversation. And then filling in the conversation around the two of them. $12,000 words? Yeah, no, that's great. I forget, it's 1,000 words a day. Yeah, relying on the banter and the dialogue. Yeah, that's usually... because... well, I didn't write a lot of fight stuff. I wrote a lot of conversation stuff because I did the RP stuff with Kingdom Hearts. And you did it, I'm sure, but you've written fiction for 15. And so with those, it's like, I'm good at the character, interacting with another character, and talking to that character. And sometimes I'm good at describing the setting around them while they're talking. But like, action beats, still not the best at. But $12,000 when you're on your 8th day, and it's like, I don't even remember how many, because is it 100,000 words at the end of it? Because if so, then it's like, God, I don't like the math. It's 50K. Okay, that is way less. I don't know where I got that it was 100K. I think I've just seen the really big nano fix, I guess. 1,600 words a day. So yeah, no, you're not doing too bad at all. 'Cause that's about 2,000 words if you average it up a day. Which would be, with it being the 8th day, about 16. So you're a little behind, but not too bad. for it being this early into Nanomir. But 480 plus fix, my guy. Wow. I wish I had the dedication to write and actually post and finish any of my things to the point where I could get that many out there. I have so many things that are like 1 or 2 chapters I wrote years ago and then never finished the story. It's like, whoops. But I'm sure you can do it. I believe in you. And I need to eventually finish this cutscene. So I'm gonna let you go do Nano. Oh, you need 13,000. So, yeah, you only need 1,000 words. You're there. You got this. You got this. You only need 1,000 words of gibberish. It could be gibberish. Or, like you said, if you're stuck at point B, I know it was a typo, but why not skip to point E? Aw, thank you. Yeah, I get interested in things and I ramble. I get distracted. You're good. I'm enjoying the tangent. But yeah, 1,000 words. If you just skip to point E and be like, oh, I want these 2 characters in the B&B to go do this nonsense 20 chapters from now. I'll just go write that. And then you write 1,000 words of that, and then surprise, you've gotten to your 13,000 words. It's just not from writing point B. And that's why I never finish a fanfic. So maybe don't take my advice. Maybe it's a bad idea. You're welcome. Like, maybe you have the, emotional control a little here and there. Or maybe you'll at least go back and write the B and not never write part B. Because that's my bad habit. So don't do that part. But I'm sure you can get 1,000 words. I believe in you. Good luck. And you're welcome. I'm saying good luck like 8 different times.
I'm not a woman that's easily persuaded. You should know that by now, my lady.
Chapter 20 done. Shoot, now I need chapter 5. If that ain't a mood. But yeah, thank you, happy gaming. Back to the game of Genshin and getting these people to go to a party and these 2 ladies to stop flirting. Cause that's flirting.
When
too.
I took this job, I had already decided that I'd quit as soon as you recovered. It's time for me to get back out there and chase that horizon.
Gonna go out on an adventure.
So what are you gonna do now if you're not gonna be a bodyguard anymore?
I want to take a risky job and put my body to the test again.
Huh? But we literally just finished one of the most dangerous jobs ever. Are you getting bored already?
I know. If I hadn't joined in that plan with you, I wouldn't have come up with this idea. I guess I still get fired up by that feeling of going all out in a fight. It made me realize that I'm still a mercenary through and through. Life is short, and I'm happy that I got to be a part of that operation. But the whole thing also made me realize that there are still many problems in Sumeru. And as a desert dweller, I'm still not completely ready to settle down on this side of the wall.
Oh, are you going back to Candace? Oh no. Gotta pick between your girlfriends. Oh, the pain.
Well, I remember a friend had someone bring you a message.
You mean I'll Haitham? I didn't expect him to still remember that. I thought he was joking.
We just came from talking with Haitham at the Academia.
Did he tell you that he suggested that I come work at the Academia?
But you're not a scholar, Deyha.
What?
I heard that Azar and his cronies fell from power, and Haitham told me that now was a good time to find a job in the Academia, but only if I wanted to.
Whoa. Paimon can't see you being anything other than a mercenary.
Me neither. But I think Deyha would look great dressed up as a scholar.
There's the flirting again.
Ugh, forget about it. I wouldn't last 10 seconds in there. Haitham probably just liked the way I worked and knew I'm good in a fight. So he suggested I find some work in the academia.
Yeah, to keep, you know, a good fighter close. And enemies closer, I guess. But you're not an enemy, so you're a friend he would like to keep close. He's probably gonna hire you anyway as a mercenary in the future.
But you know, if you take him up on the offer, Cyno might actually agree and let you become a Matra.
Oh, that was immediately what I was thinking. Is like, she could be a Matra. That job doesn't require you to be smart. It just requires you to chase down people breaking the rules.
Because you're super amazing.
The Matra have all the talent they need as long as they have Cyno. I prefer to be free to live however I choose. In fact, I chose this job from the very start because I knew it'd be right up my alley.
Even if being a mercenary means facing all kinds of danger.
A lion has to return to the wild sooner or later. If anything, being your bodyguard has been unfamiliar territory for me.
I don't want to see you go, but I'll respect your decision.
Aww, so sad.
I'm glad to hear you say that. Come on, no need for the sad face. It's not like we'll never meet again. Once the whole Dendro Archon thing is settled, everything in Sumeru will take a turn for the better. That makes me happy too. But a peaceful society will probably mean less demand for mercenaries like me. Before long, we'll be a dying breed. So I'd better get to work while I still can.
Hey, Ryuji! Brazil's bank. Well, I mean, I feel like that's more location specific. Because I'm not getting Brazil bank ads. Sorry, the random ad pops up because I'm a dummy who won't play 3 ads in an hour because I don't pay attention. Is that the PS5? Yeah. Yeah, it is.
Huh? But wait a second.
Wanna see how fast I can teleport? That's still the part I love about the PS5.
Well, no. Not yet, at least. I promised my lady I'd stick around until next week.
So, have you been in Port Ormos this entire time? We were wondering if you had received a letter from Nilou.
Oh, did Nilou write to us?
Nilou is really bad at mailing letters to people.
She heard that you were seen in Port Ormos, so she sent the letter here.
Huh. It was probably sent to the inn that we're staying at.
The best Genshin machine. I mean, what? I mean, 50% of what this PS5 has played is Genshin. The other 50% has been various other games. But it is... It isn't Nilou's fault that the mail isn't working. It's the couriers. I mean...
My lady has been very energetic lately.
I mean, it's also the fact that none of these people are going home and checking their mail.
By the time we get back, the receptionist is usually off napping on the job.
Right, and we tend to leave quite early in the morning, so the old man on duty is also usually dozing off.
Wow, so what you're telling me is whoever's running this inn is always asleep?
So what it really sounds like is that the person on duty is always asleep.
Is always asleep. Yeah, it sounds like they're always asleep. That does sound like what they are. And also just the fact that, you know, you can go right upstairs to the inn now.
I bet the letter's at the reception desk. I'll go check later.
No wonder there wasn't a reply. You never received the letter. Good thing Nilou asked us to come and check on that.
Sorry to make you two come all the way out here.
It must be something important for Nilou to specifically write to us like
yeah,
that.
I saw I'll hate them first. Because I'm just following the order it says on the quest. So I saw I'll hate them in Kaveh. I missed one thing. What did I miss? No, I did not miss him. I saw him. I saw him and the fact that they argued, and it was very funny. Kaveh, I think. I don't know. Haitham pronounced it a weird way that makes me unsure of how to pronounce it now. And that's where I am with his name. Oh no, they have extra dialogue. But, okay. I'll have to go back and talk to them again.
Yes, she said they were preparing a victory feast in the Grand Bazaar, and will also be celebrating Cyno's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
I just love that we're throwing a surprise party for
Great.
Cyno.
I'll be sure to attend.
Count me in too. But is there some sort of dress code or anything for the feast? Can I just show up looking like this?
I mean, you're gonna show up looking like that either way.
Since it's being organized by Nilou, I don't think she'll be too picky about that. If anything, I think she wants to see us as our most natural selves.
I don't know if I missed it the moment I went to see Deyha.
then this
Well,
is how
we'll
I'll show up.
find
The
out.
feast will be held in 2 days, so don't forget.
Sure.
Thank you so much for letting us know.
Oh, by the way, do you happen to know where Cyno and Raman are?
The General Mahamatra always comes and goes without a trace. Normally no one knows his whereabouts.
Oh,
But last time we met, he mentioned that he had something to do in Aru village. You can try your luck there. As for Raman, your guess is as good as mine. I only remember he said that he had something to discuss with Cyno. You can ask Cyno when you meet him. Don't mention it. You better get going.
alright, on to our next.
Alright, so our next stop option is Cyno. But also I want to see what the two girlfriends chat about. And then go
After
see the
recovering
two
from Elazar,
disaster boyfriends.
Everything seems so different to me. When I look at the scenery I've visited before, it has a completely different feeling.
Yeah. You need to be stronger than an ox to take life by the horns.
I think I've heard you say something like that before. But today, I finally understand what you mean.
Is there any place you'd like to go? I can accompany you. I've got time.
What if I tell you that I want to go to the desert?
It seems a little dangerous.
Fine by me. If we go to the desert, I can introduce you to my friends there. But we should prepare and get everything we need before setting off.
Wait, are you both gonna just go on an adventure together?
Let's go! I'll go pack my luggage now. After we're done with the feast in 2 days, we can go have fun in the desert.
Aw, no they are. They're gonna go have an adventure together.
You can count me in.
That's cute. Go have an adventure. I'm going back to the academia and yelling at myself for being an idiot. Hold on, this is not the waypoint I want to be at. This one. Are the true lesbian couple, says Reddit. Yeah, but also Deyha Candace. Like, Candace was laying it on thick. Which concerns me, because now Deyha has to pick between two lovely ladies. Which, I mean, it's not the worst place to be. I have not yet gotten Nahida. I do need to do another 10 pull. But first, I'm gonna be dumb. Go over here and see if we still got them. The answer is no. Wait, no, we got one. We got one, boy.
Azar has gone to the Avidia forest to reflect on himself for the rest of his life. And those people say they want you to replace him as the Grand Sage? What have you done?
I was gone for 5 minutes. 5 minutes and you overthrow the government.
Whoa. Azar's downfall is of his own making. What does it have to do with me?
Okay, but where is Haitham? He's not here.
Everyone out there is saying something different. Some say Azar wanted to create a god, while others say he wanted to sell his power.
Is bugged, it seems. I'm gonna guess he's supposed to be here and is just not, and I find that hilarious.
But none
I'll
of those
take it.
sound very likely. If you ask me, I think the people spreading rumors around here don't have access to any real information.
But it sounds like maybe Haitham would have the information.
Really? Oh, then I'm sure you can use your abilities to uncover the truth for yourself.
Haitham, please just tell him what happened.
Can't you show just a little respect to your senior and explain what's going on?
No, he's having way too much fun with this.
You were out there all this time, and yet you still haven't managed to learn a single crucial bit of information. I'm impressed.
Crucial bit of information is Haitham was there for the entire thing.
Fine. Apart from the leaders of Amorta and Bahumana, all the sages have been exposed and removed as Azar's accomplices. We need to select new sages for your Kshahrewar Darshan, as well as my Haravatat Darshan.
What? Did my Darshan collude with Azar as well? Wait, could this be why they sent me out on a project?
Could your project be secretly evil?
Oh, I think that's just a coincidence. Besides, whatever you were doing won't have any significant impact now or in times to come.
I feel like it will. I feel like he built something secretly evil in the desert and just isn't telling us. Until 3.3.
You... Listen here. I'm not buying any of it. Don't try to use this as an opportunity to talk about your crazy theories.
I mean, his crazy theories were proved to be correct.
I think there are a few details that everyone is overlooking. For example, how as the scribe, you were somehow able to escape this political crisis completely unscathed. This can easily be seen as the results of a power struggle, no? Yet nobody has stopped to point that out yet. I almost feel like I should go out and start telling people about that.
About the power struggle and the overthrow of the government? I mean...
Be my guest. But I think everybody will be more interested in your own well-known gaffes.
Do you know what? I am done with you.
Why do I even live with you? Okay, so you said change to Japanese and redo it. I don't know if I can do either of those things. Voiceover language, Japanese. Okay, it says after it's restarted. Does that mean I need to... Or it applies immediately. Okay. But can I hear it again just by talking to him? Okay. He's saying a lot of things.
君をアザールの後任として大賢者にしようと言ってる。君、一体何をしたんだ？彼の失脚は彼自身の問題だ。俺に何の関係がある？これについて噂を流している人たちはみんな違う内容を言ってるんだ。アザールが神を作ろうとしたっていう人もいれば、アザールが権力を他人に売ろうとしたっていう人も。どれも本当のこととは思えないな。僕からしたらこんな場所で噂を流してるのは基本的に確信をついた情報を知らないやつばかりだ。ほう、つまり君の実力ならきっと真実を知ることができるのだな。君は先輩に事の詳細を伝えるという気持ちがみじんもないのか。これだけ時間をかけて調べておきながらまさか一つも要点を聞き出せなかったなど逆に尊敬せざるを得ない。正論派と陰論派以外の全ての賢者はアザールの同等として免職を受けた。君たち妙論派と俺たち知論派も再び賢者を選ばなくてはならない。は？僕たちの学院もアザールと結託していた。待て、もしかしてあいつらそのために僕を工事に向かわせたのか。それについてはただの偶然だと俺は思うがな。歴史の歯車が回ることに何ら影響はない。君は言っておくがその手には引っかからないぞ。チャンスを見つけて変な理論を解こうとしたってそうはいかないからな。僕が見たところほとんどの人はまだある細部に気づいていない。例えば 君は書記官なのにこの政治革命において何のダメージも受けていない点だ。これは完全に権力闘争の結果と考えてもいいだろう。なぜ誰もこれについて疑わない？今すぐにでも噂を流しに行きたい気分だ。勝手にするといい。皆きっと先に君の悪い噂の方に注目するだろうがな。君ってやつは。
See, but I don't know enough Japanese. I know he said the lines, but like I couldn't even pick out the name of. You're welcome. I assume you just wanted to hear what their voice actors sounded like in the Japanese, because Caillou's voice actor is a new one. They both definitely sound like pompous know-it-alls. Got that prim and proper Japanese going on. Yeah, it is slightly different. Like, obviously the subtitles are not the exact words they were saying in Japanese, because it's the English subtitles for what they were saying in the English. You can clip it, because, yeah, it's a stream, and it's, like, the last, like, what, 2 minutes? And then I think you can just download the one clip. Oh, like the first time you did it? Or the first time I did it? Because I only just now did it. I thought I delayed the ad. The ad has like 2 more minutes. Oh, you wish you could have gone through it, but you did it after you... Yeah, you only learned about it after you ended the quest. Yeah, that's always the painful part. I always try to talk to the characters when I see them as NPCs running around, because I always have fun stuff to say. Like those two arguing. I'm honestly curious about what blackmail Haitham has, though. That he's just like, what if I air out your dirty laundry? Will people listen to you if I air that out? It's like, what did he do? What did both of you do? You're both so troublemakers. Cyno, you are still in Japanese. I heard that. Hold on, I'm gonna change everyone back to English, even though... Wait, no. Maybe I want to keep him, because it's supposedly, Sora's voice actor in Kingdom Hearts, which makes me laugh every time that Cyno is voiced by Sora. Let me go to profile. Are these in Japanese now?
俺はセノ、かつての大マハマトラだ。今は己の力で悪しき罪を裁いている。もしお前も規則と正義を求める心を持つならば助けになろう。
Yep, okay, yeah, it is Sora. That's what I thought, because someone talked about how this is Sora, and how Razor is Roxas, and how that just somehow fits. He sounds like a more grown-up Sora. Yeah, that's what I found funny. But also, the funny connection that I don't think people know about is he also voiced Astro in Yu-Gi-Oh's spin-off series Zeal. So all of these Duel Monster references, and he's actually one of the main characters of one of the Duel Monsters animes. I find that one also funny. Like, yeah, they probably just picked him because he's a big name Japanese voice actor of guy hero characters. Oh, you hope this is how Sora will sound in KH4? Yeah, that is. I do hope Sora sounds, because he has sort of started to sound more mature as time has gone on. So I do hope that.
七星召喚をやらないか。新しいデッキを見せるよ。
Hold on. There's one where he yells duel. But I think it's way far down in one. Oh yeah, the yelling stuff. Low HP.
予想以上の脅威だ。そろそろ慣れてきた。もう一度。俺が代わってやる。無理しないで休んでろ。
A tough crowd. Oh, that's happening, but
行動開始。今回のターゲットは誰?
Chinese sounds weird. See, I don't know enough Mandarin to like be able to parse anything out other than that is words they are making and saying, I guess. And so it's like I can't really pick out different like voice actor connotation sort of things when it comes to Chinese, and so I'm just like, I'm sure they're fine. I just love that he calls the trading card game an art form. Most of the Chinese ones are also fluent in Japanese. That's cool. I didn't know that. See, I don't know much about okay, that is cool hearing the Chinese Zhao doing the Japanese voice lines. That's sort of funny. I need to finish the last little bit to get the last few dialogue options.
これを俺に? 何?
Yeah, I've heard of a lot of the voice actors wailing for their characters. It's pretty funny how they'll try so hard. He pulled on other people's accounts too. That's hilarious. I'm gonna go back to the English though so that I know what people are saying. The money's going back to Mihoyo. Yeah, that's also the funny thing is like, Mihoyo is paying me, and I am paying them back by spending money on their gacha. Whoops. Oh well. Goes in a circle. Oh, Cyno's in the ruins? That sort of makes sense. Oh, according to Kikaku. Or cake. According to the cake. Kikaku. Oh no, he's not in the ruins. The ruins are over there. Note. Kikaku means plan. And cake is a bad translation of Kikaku, meaning all according to plan. Cyno! Hey, will you come to this party for a different Cyno that is not you?
What brings you here?
We recovered well, and Tighnari agreed to let us leave, so now we're out and about again.
It seems Gandharvaville's medical treatment is still as good as ever.
And Tighnari is recovering well, too.
That's good to hear.
Yeah, you're the one who brought us to him when we lost consciousness, right?
I pronounce it,
welcome.
Tighnari.
Tighnari has excellent medical skills,
I
and
sort
Kaveh
of
is
go
quite
down
attentive.
more with
It was the best place for you.
G than I probably should. Because sometimes I just go Tighnari. Oh, I do? That's nice, because they just sometimes don't use the G at all, and I'm just like, okay. Yeah, I'm like, Tighnari, man. There's a G right there. English is Tighnari. Yeah, I'm like, but there's a G, and it's with the H, so it's a G-H. Tighnari. Come on. I was also struggling with Kaveh, because that's how I think Kaveh should be pronounced. In Japanese, the G is removed. It's Tighnari. How do they also pronounce it differently? But also, it's also not the same. But I swore I heard somewhere that the correct pronunciation for it, like, how to actually say the name is with the G sound being heard. And so I always do it, but then the English voice actors in this game don't. And I'm like, am I just saying it wrong? Are you sure? I'm pretty sure I'm not. But everybody else...
But why are you just standing here like a dead tree?
Why are you not doing
I'm
anything?
meeting some people.
Oh, you mean Candace?
I've already talked with Candace and the village chief. They're still at the usual place. You can go there if you'd like to see them. But you know one of the people I'm meeting as well.
Oh, by King Deshret's blessing, my friend suddenly appears in the desert. Don't tell me you've run into trouble and need us to help now.
Roman! And... huh? Sataria?
Oh, you know me?
Whoops. Right. It's sort of awkward when you meet the person you've only met through, other people you were possessing. That's sort of awkward.
Oh, well, you're pretty famous in the academia.
Yes. What's the
Don't
scary
worry,
thing,
these are
Ryuji?
friends. No need to be so guarded.
I see.
I'm doing well. Many good things have happened recently.
Same here. Really, I feel that my whole life has started to shine after suddenly finding a new direction.
So, yeah, the ending where Nahida hugs Rukkhadevaka. Yeah, no, it made me sad. Nahida met her mom, but also mom was just in the form of Nahida at the moment. So she didn't really get to meet her mom. And then she forgot her mom, and that's also really sad. How did the entire game's lore change? I mean, it was a sad moment, and now no one remembers Rukkhadevaka. But is it a retcon? No, they didn't. Every single voice line mentioning Rukkhadevaka has been removed from the game. Damn, they went hard. They went hard, and they're like, no, she's forgotten, which makes me really sad that even Nahida doesn't remember. Poor thing doesn't even remember why she was in jail for 500 years. Oh, citizens would say the Great Lord Rukkhadevaka. May the Great Dendro Archon. Okay, but I have a question. Because freaking the doctor called Nahida in the cutscene afterwards Lesser Lord Kusanali. Why is she lesser? Who is she lesser than? No one remembers who was greater. And so she shouldn't be a lesser Archon. Sure, she could be seen as a weaker Archon than the other Archons, because she is only 500, but they don't remember the Dendro Archon before her, so she can't be lesser than an Archon they don't remember. But she's still Lesser Lord Kusanali, and that sort of makes me sad.
Oh, tell us everything.
Oh, that the doctor was hiding in a place where he wasn't affected. Yeah, he has multiple bodies, and he's basically Xehanort, but then Apprentice Xehanort form decided, you know what, I'm just gonna kill all the other Xehanorts. It's fine. And so, all the other Doctor forms are gone now. But I guess with the multiple bodies, the other hymns remembered the stuff they remembered and didn't forget. But they're all on Tibet as the mind erase spell happened. So even if one of them had it copied to their memory... Yeah, I know he's gonna make a new one. I'm positive he's just gonna make more new ones. Because he's the middle-aged one. It's not like it's old man Xehanort and you made him destroy all the younger copies. It's the middle-aged one. All he's really lost is emotional teenage him. He can keep aging now and make more as he goes going forward. And that's sort of a form of immortality, which I think is why Nahida was super upset about it. But I guess since he has his memory like copied into knowledge capsules, and he just releases those into a new hymn every time he wants to make a new doctor, his memories would work differently than other humans, so it couldn't be erased the same way. I mean, that's a good enough argument for me for why he knew it was Lesser Lord Kusanali. Changes happen. Yeah, and I'm surprised they went there, but I'm impressed that they actually did it and they committed to the bit of no one, even in game lore, even the timeline. See, and this all makes me sad. Because I had this I was dumb, and I started projecting and self-inserting on the flower goddess, who doesn't even have a name, and her friendship with Rukkhadevaka and Deseret, and this cute little threesome nonsense. Now they're all just forgotten. But that's such a cool little voice line they hid in there, though, to have it be World Forget Me, and the statues did that. Shame I can't go see that, because I'm way past that point, and everyone's forgotten Rukkhadevaka at this point. But, with the changed timeline, though, do they know? They have to know there was an Archon before Nahida. They just don't remember this Archon. But they have to, because everyone knows that Nahida is only 500. It's not like that's forgotten. It's not like they think Nahida's been the Dendro Archon the whole time. And so... But there's still stuff Rukkhadevaka did that they wouldn't remember who did those things. Even though I think she avoided... Well, because that was her whole thing, was whoever she fought in the Archon War. Let's continue. I still have to do... Yeah, well, Nahida's story quest I'm planning to do tomorrow.
Yeah, you go ahead.
Yeah, it's a whole roller coaster with spoilers in it.
I suppose I should start
I'm
by
realizing
saying...
that's probably going to answer all of my questions, and I'm dumb. About how much people do or don't remember of history and canon.
I've decided to leave the academia.
What?
And how much they remember of Nahida being new.
It's not that I've given up on being a scholar. Instead, you could say I've found a new identity.
Questions? Ask the character quest. Yeah, thank you for not just giving me the spoilers. I should probably just ask the game. It'll probably tell me.
I will no longer pursue research like a typical scholar, but I have not completely given up on my relationship to knowledge either.
I can see what you're saying now.
Every single Sumeru question? Oh, I doubt that. I doubt that. I have a lot of Sumeru questions.
I plan to leave the academia and return
My
to
list
teach
is
here
long.
in the desert.
Oh, well, if I do the quest, it'll answer. Yeah, that is true. That the Arnara quest unlock the domains. And how do I unlock half of the desert? Do the summer quest. Golden Slumber. Yeah. How do I unlock this in the desert? Do the Golden Slumber quest. And then do the secret second Golden Slumber quest.
Wow! So you want to become a teacher?
Sataria will return to support education here and teach people from the desert. She can't teach everyone on her own, but there are many of us Eremites all over Sumeru. She came to discuss a collaboration with me and hoped that I could bring her ideas to the Eremites.
Yes, it's my hope that the Eremites can help me select a group of smart people with the best aptitude for teaching. I'll teach them, and after they've finished learning from me, they can go educate more people.
Ah, she's gonna teach school teachers. I don't know what a time gate. Oh, you mean rotate forward by a day to be able to do it? Those weren't too annoying because I just time traveled 2 days forward. Oh, wait until next reset type quest. Yeah, those were annoying. I did have to do that. There were 2 in Sumeru. Yeah, because it was the one. That was the thing. It was like, oh, I can continue on to find more of these tablets because I finished the Golden Slumber. But I couldn't do the Notes and Friends one because I had to wait a day for reset. And I'm like, rude.
That is the true meaning of education and the spreading of knowledge.
The people of King Deshret suffer from sandstorms, exile, and ignorance. Miss Sataria is more than welcome to come teach here. Her arrival is like a star shining in the desert night. The stars have always guided caravans, thieves, soldiers, and travelers who get lost in the night. They lead those in the dark out of trouble and back to safety.
I could? No, I'm pretty sure I couldn't. Because I tried. And it said I had to wait until reset to get it. Because I was like, okay, I'll just walk out here into the... Because it was by the Statue of the Seven. And then nothing happened and I had to wait a day. Yeah. Well, that was the one in the desert. It was the Golden Slumber one in the desert. And then the one after, which is Old Notes and New Friends, which is the second half of the desert. Unlocking stuff. And it made me wait for reset. And I think it's because they had to download that part of the map. Because those were all completely new areas. Yeah, no one has enough energy to do all of that. Well, I had already taken a break halfway through. And so I got like halfway, and then I took a break, and then I came back, I did the other half, and I wanted to keep going, and it's like, no, wait for reset. And I'm like, oh, okay. I just wanted to go to the places to unlock more plates, but I can't go to those places until this quest starts. But now my plate is at 100%, and I've torn through most of the desert at this point.
Oh, please.
So
where's all of this coming from? I'm starting to feel a little embarrassed.
You deserve these compliments. Mercenaries are accustomed to danger and don't fear death, which is why we recognize extraordinary actions that common people would easily overlook.
Sataria's idea will bring much good to many people.
At first, I feared it was destined to fail. Everyone knows that the Academia doesn't allow scholars to teach in the desert without permission. As you know, all knowledge is under their surveillance and control, and very few desert dwellers are as lucky as me. But what I heard at that time has been haunting my heart, as if there were lightning bolts constantly bombarding my soul. Sataria, you tread a treacherous path, and the longer you ignore it, the tighter the Academia's grasp on you will become. Sataria, why haven't you gone home? Never forget that the desert that belongs to you lies elsewhere.
Miss.
These words sparked something in me, and I knew that I had to bring something back to my people after going home. I gathered up the courage to approach the Grand Sage, only to find that he was no longer at the Academia. Lord Cyno told me that Azar didn't belong there anymore.
Azar has received much-needed punishment. Though, if you ask me, it may have been too light. You probably have already heard.
Cyno's like, I wanted to murder the guy, and everyone told me no, and I'm upset. Cyno upset he couldn't commit murder.
Lord Cyno helped me obtain permission to leave the Academia for the desert, and accompanied me here to discuss collaboration with members of the Eremites. My plan was able to go smoothly.
I want to kill him, said Cyno. Tighnari and everyone else. No. No, no murder, Cyno.
You're all doing so much for the desert.
Aside from that, I also have some other business to discuss with Cyno.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has allocated many resources to support and develop the desert. I've done some business for her, and part of it required the assistance of the Eremites. I applied for a few batches of educational materials from the Academia, and sent them to several groups in the desert, as instructed by Lesser Lord Kusanali. I believe the people will make good use of them.
That's exactly what the people here need. Physical books and other related items. If it weren't for Cyno and Lesser Lord Kusanali, I'm afraid we'd never be able to get our hands on them.
It's like, this is a teen up game, Cyno. Please, we can't just always murder our problems.
Apart from this,
fine, I'll send him to the Shadow
that are
Realm.
willing to teach in the desert. I'll let you and Sataria know as soon as I have any more news. We must be persistent about this, and maintain these resources to ensure long-term effectiveness.
This is the first time in hundreds of years we've had a glimmer of hope. I think this may be the turning point for the desert.
Yeah, I'd say it's probably, it's an E for everyone sort of rating. So like a 10 and up. Because it doesn't have any curse words in it, obviously. And there's no actual blood and gore. So I'm fairly certain it's just like a 10 and up in like the Americas. Or an E for everyone. But I'm surprised it's all the way at 12 and up for China. But I guess that's sort of just like the tween age group range.
Remember these words. Here lies our faithful priest, Kasala. His wisdom is a miracle among the people, deserving of high praise and admiration. I hope people with wisdom like that priest will rise again among the desert dwellers. Then we'll once again see the wisdom and glory that once shook the world.
Enough about us. Are you here to discuss some business too?
We're here to invite you all to Cyno's party.
No, not at all.
See you later,
We're actually here on behalf of
Ryuji.
Milu. Milu wanted to write to everyone, but she wasn't sure where the letters should be sent, so she asked us to come find everyone personally. A celebration feast will be held in 2 days at the Grand Bazaar. She hopes that all of you will be able to attend.
Cyno, sorry, I can't be there. I'm gonna be busy. No, Cyno, you can't be busy. You have to be at this party. Why? You just have to be at this party.
At the feast, we'll also be celebrating Cyno's reinstatement as General Mahamatra.
Paimon, that was supposed to be a surprise!
Although, judging from your appearance, it seems you've already been reinstated. Paimon thought you would only start working for the Academia after the feast.
Technically, he never stopped working for the Academia.
Celebration? Feast?
Oh, so you didn't know about the surprise party.
It's the first I've heard of it.
Whoops.
Tighnari was right. He really didn't know.
It's a surprise, Paimon.
This feast is for you, Cyno. Sounds to me like you'll have to be there.
It's rare to see that kind of expression from Lord Cyno. You must not like feasts very much.
No, not really. But I'll go.
Well, I still have a lot to handle here. Besides, I need to look after Miss Sataria in the desert, so I'll have to pass.
I'm afraid I won't be able to join you. Although, if you'd be so kind, please give a message to Miss Nilu for me. The message is, I'm sorry for how I treated you before, but now I understand the beauty of your dance. It's like a light shining in the sky. You and the art you symbolize
Oh
are not
man, we
only
should
beautiful,
we
but
should
also
start
lively
writing
and
this down. This is a
powerful.
lot of
So
work.
much so that it was prohibited. Please keep dancing, and someday I'll be able to appreciate your art in person.
Yeah, that's a lot of words. We should have written that down. Okay, Paimon did write it all down.
Our job here is complete as well. Oh, Cyno, remember, party's in 2 days. Make sure you're there.
Got it.
Well, I guess it's not a surprise party anymore. Paimon sort of messed that one up. But I do want to talk to everyone.
Anyway, our preparation has been going smoothly these days. Could such good things really be happening in the desert? It's almost hard to believe.
Yes, even if you can't bring yourself to believe it, you should at least believe in those of us who are working hard to make it a reality.
Indeed. Take it one step at a time. There is still a long journey before you.
What heartwarming words.
Well, let's go to the bazaar and then time travel to forward 2 days. Go to the party. Because now Cyno knows there's a party. Also try to time it so the ad break doesn't happen again right when I'm starting this stuff. Every time, man. Every time I start a cutscene just in time for the gosh darn ad break. Alright, let's go do the time traveling. I'm realizing I don't know what time on the second day. 1924. Okay. So here and or another day. We'll see.
good deeds.
Today's the big day! Let's
Okay.
go to the Grand Bazaar and see how the celebration's coming along.
The party! It's time for the party. Except for the part where the ad breaks in 1 minute. My roommate texts me just for it to be Pokemon spoilers. Every time, man, every time. How can I do the bounty? It's weakened to bow and it has Dendro. Okay. It's immune from normal
It's raining
Dendro.
again.
So let's get.
I guess the housework can
not
wait.
you.
Next time, be sure to make a proper...
The shield and Bennett and electric Cyno, and we should be good. I'm gonna do the bounty because the ad's currently happening. Got about 1 minute to get this done. This bounty done. Where is he? Is he down on the ground? Underneath us? Oh, it's just that? I got this. Shoot, I overprepared.
Nowhere to run. Solidify. This is order. Surrender.
I missed.
Everybody stand back!
Futile.
Okay, no, don't swim. Oh, come on. It has just barely deep enough to make us swim. But that was definitely 1 minute. Okay. Let's go here, deliver the bounty, and then go to the party. Heck yeah. Because everyone's back from ad break. Yay. I got to reputation level 9. Does that mean I get the treasure? Oh, I hope that means, hold on. Wait, is that the Dendro treasure compass? Heck yeah. And then the next one's the wings. But I need to go make this compass. Sure, I have like every chest ever, but at the same time, I love wandering around and looking for stuff with the compass. Wait, it's not in here, it's at the forge. Right here. Doo-doo. I have to wait. Okay, fine. Do I have the materials? Okay, I learned to do it. Okay, I do have what I need. Awesome. So I have enough for the moon spear. Moon piercer. Cool. But first, I'm gonna go to the party. Yay! Talk to the NPCs. Let's go. A party of what? 4 people?
Everybody's already here. Looks like we're the last ones to arrive.
That means we're late.
I'm here.
Yeah, we're late.
Ah, there you are.
Well, look who finally decided to show up.
You look like you came here immediately after finishing up some work. I'm very happy to see you here.
But we're not late, are we? It's just that everyone else arrived ahead of time.
Sure.
I propose that the last one who arrived be put in charge of today's speeches.
You say that because you came here first. You were on time, and you don't want to say a speech.
Nah, there won't be any speeches today.
Oh, really? Well, even better.
Come join us over here. Let's share some great food and drinks, and chat about all sorts of fun things.
Everything looks quite good.
Wow.
Oh,
Hyman
Cyno.
can't wait! Traveler, just look at all the delicious food here.
Always. Every time.
Wow. It's so delicious. Oh, this grilled meat tastes amazing.
Love how none of the dishes are empty. Because we don't have empty dishes to animate,
The food was
so...
specially prepared for you by everyone in the Grand Bazaar. And we have gifts that were sent by the residents of Sumeru City when they heard we were holding a feast. Everyone that came said that you saved Sumeru and wanted me to thank you all on their behalf.
Ah, feels kinda nice to be seen as a hero. I could get used to this.
Being a bodyguard is also a hero's job. You've always been amazing, Deyha.
Of course you did. Of course you found an excuse to flirt.
My lady sure has a way with words. Thanks. I'm glad to hear it.
And I'm happy to meet everyone that participated in the great plan.
Don't mention it.
Come to think of it, we've really done something impressive together. It's unbelievable.
We owe it to our abilities. And luck.
Really? Why do I remember everybody thinking that luck was against us and feeling like we hardly had a chance of succeeding?
That's how I remember it too.
Like our odds were stacked against us.
It's luck that brought us together, and it was luck that let us form a team. Then, it took even more luck for us to formulate a plan and implement it successfully. Moreover, judging from the results, everything worked out well.
In the end, it was fine.
Yeah. Everyone gave it their all when it mattered most. It was almost like a performance. We took the stage and put on our best show. Everyone played their part. And thanks to everyone's efforts, the performance was a great success. So, would you say we're good actors too?
That's another job
It's such a
description.
blessing that Lesser Lord Kusanali was able to return to power at the Academia.
Yes, even after being abandoned and neglected so many times, she's finally returned.
Turn to the Academia.
Uh-huh. Lesser Lord Kusanali once used all her power in a great disaster, which resulted in her losing all her wisdom and memories of the past. The Academia basically abandoned her because of it.
I mean, that's one way to do it. I don't like it, but that's one way to do it. It's fine. Our Archon just had amnesia for 500 years. Not that she was a literal child. No,
This
no,
should
she
be
just had
something
amnesia.
everybody should remember. Huh? You look surprised. I didn't say anything wrong, did I?
She's older than 500. That is wrong. She is only 500.
No, everything you said is correct.
That's good.
I hate that all
Something
of
wrong?
you. All of
Yeah.
you.
What's with that face? You knew all of this already.
Don't mind me and the fact that I remember a very different thing.
Even if those two giants of the Academia are here, I still have to say it. Those sages really have some nerve. 500 years ago, Lesser Lord Kusanali used all her power for the people of Sumeru. And what did they do in return?
Their understanding of history changed. That Lesser Lord Kusanali, yeah, that makes her a few thousand years old.
If you bite the hand that feeds you, don't act surprised when it turns into a knuckle sandwich, right, Cyno?
Perhaps I shouldn't say this, but their treatment of Lesser Lord Kusanali calls for a more severe punishment.
Might I suggest murder? No! Cyno, we've been over this. Stop trying to get them murdered.
You could simply tell Lesser Lord Kusanali that you wish to have Azar and his accomplices severely punished.
I respect our deity's decision, and won't interfere in any way. While we're on this topic, why didn't you accept the Academia's invitation to become the Grand Sage?
Are you trying to say that I'm fit to be a sage?
Not at all. But every person handling the selection process has said that you are the most suitable candidate to lead the Academia right now.
Why? Because he dethroned Azar from power?
Could you try to put it another way? This is a good thing, yet you're making it sound like I overthrew Azar for my own personal gain.
But seriously though, I always wondered if you had some personal motives behind it.
I did have my own motive, but it had nothing to do with being a sage. If the rules of our nation were suddenly cast by the wayside, then it wouldn't be long until chaos ensued. I had no intention of letting their dreams disrupt my life.
And so I decided to cause the chaos myself and overthrow the government.
By that, you mean your life working as the Academia's scribe.
Precisely.
I always intended to keep this job specifically.
Wait, is that all? So that's the only reason why you joined us and came up with all those plans?
It was just so you could keep being the scribe you already were?
It's reason enough.
Oh my, you did it on a whim.
You've certainly got quite the personality.
You flatter me.
All right then. How about you? You've already resumed work as the General Mahamatra, right?
That's right.
Will you be happy with that life?
It's not about being happy. There are merely a lot of things that I must do.
Even so, keep your spirits up and try to be happy, okay? And try to smile more every day. Just like I'm doing now.
This is
Thank you.
why I don't like parties.
I'll keep that in mind.
I can talk to everyone. Yes. I'll hate them.
I seldom participate in such lively gatherings, but the atmosphere here is quite good.
But you find it boring.
No. This gathering today has a unique meaning. The Grand Bazaar is lively because the people here feel happiness from the bottom of their hearts. Unlike the farces at the Academia. That happiness is an emotion that'll be forever alien to those bookworms who have driven themselves insane by studying. I seem to have taken both keys when I left the house. Oh well.
Wait, I'll hate them. Did you... Are you fucking with Keeve, or did you kick him out? This is so confusing. Are you guys breaking up? Is that what this is? Are we witnessing the breakup? Oh no.
My lady, the grilled meat over there is delicious. Have you tried it?
Yes, I also tried some fruit just now. Oh, they're very sweet. What an amazing place to relax. No wonder everybody likes to rest at the Grand Bazaar.
You said it. Oh, look who else is here.
Hi.
Hello. Oh, I'm so happy Milu invited everybody. Oh, now I have the chance to meet all the heroes.
Hey, less of that polite chit-chat and more eating and drinking. The feast is about having fun, not stuffy formalities.
There you are, traveler. Well, how is it? Are you enjoying the feast today? If there's anything you're unhappy with, just let me know. I'll be sure to take note of it. That's good. It's the first time I've ever invited so many exceptional people to one place. I was a little nervous myself.
You're doing amazing,
You
Milu.
see, every guest here is quite extraordinary. It's unbelievable that we've got everyone together here.
Almost like a fairy tale. Make sure you live it up tonight. I'll be happy as long as you're enjoying yourselves. I'm honored to have her think
Read
of
it
me
off
this
a
way.
notebook. Or a notepad.
If I have a chance in the future, I would really like to invite her to one of my performances. I can't explain why, but I just feel elated right now. Thank you.
Hey Cyno, how are you enjoying your party? I see you're standing over here in the corner away from everyone.
The atmosphere here is good, and everything is delicious. Yeah. I don't often come to such places, but it feels quite good. I have a lot to handle these days. Otherwise, I could show you around. There's always next time. We're friends after all.
We're friends.
This feast is pretty good. I like it.
We're friends.
Hey, what's wrong? Your head is starting to droop.
Are we tired? I'm suddenly sleepy.
Hey, you can't just fall asleep here. Paimon will go find something delicious for you to eat. You wake up once you put something yummy in your tummy.
Are you
Of course,
sure?
just wait here for Paimon.
If you say so. We're just gonna pass out. Uh-oh. What's happening? Do we still have the mind link with Scaramucci? Did we never?
It's me.
Oh no, okay, it's Nahida. That's less concerning.
You may blame me for being a bit too self-indulgent. I was thinking about talking with you, and the next thing I knew, I had made a connection with you.
Whoops.
The connection between us is amazing. It's like flora and the fence it grows upon. I heard there's an amazing celebration feast today at the Grand Bazaar. I wanted to have a look for myself, so I snuck in. Lately, I've been so busy dealing with all the fallout from recent events, so I really haven't had any free time. Although you've already helped me with a lot, there's still one more thing I hope you can help me with. Please say thank you to everyone for me.
You should probably say thank you yourself.
Oh, is it not convenient for you to do that for me? But if I just show up all of a sudden, people will become all quiet and stiff, won't they?
Oh no, baby, come to the party. You need to socialize.
What if I end up scaring them and ruining this wonderful feast? That'd be the last thing I want.
No.
Let me think about it. Okay. Yes, I have.
I have decided I'm not going. Huh?
You said I should go thank everyone as myself, right? So...
I'm just gonna possess your ass. Nahida, no!
I've decided to borrow your body for the time being. Please don't blame me. The flora also climbs up to the fence to get closer to the sky.
Oh my god. Nahida, no! Please promise you won't say anything weird. Oh no, we got body sharing. That Yu-Gi-Oh man, we couldn't help ourselves. If there's one thing, we had to apparently do this.
Everyone!
Traveler suddenly sounds like a girl.
Are you awake now? Paimon was just about to bring you the food.
It's me.
It's Nadia. Why?
Huh? That voice. Nahida?
Hold up. What's going on?
I didn't expect to have a conversation with the consciousness of Lesser Lord Kusanali in the Grand Bazaar. Interesting. Is this also a part of the feast?
Was this planned? No. No, it was not.
No, of course not. Are you Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Hello, Nilu.
You know who I am?
Of course she does.
Yes. I already know every one of you. Nilu, Haitham, Cyno, Deyha, Paimon, and Dunyarzad.
Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Is also the Traveler.
I took the liberty of occupying the Traveler's body so that I could thank all of you in person.
But you're not in person! Honey, possessing someone else is not you personally in person.
Thank you so much for rescuing me, even if that meant placing your own safety in peril and taking the risk of becoming enemies with the Academia, the sages, the doctor, the balladeer, and even the entirety of Sumeru. Without you, without any of you, I would have been in a much more difficult situation. Had you not helped me to resolve the crisis, not only I, but Sumeru and even the entirety of Teyvat would have suffered great misfortune. People refer to you as the heroes who managed to rescue a god. I'm quite fond of this name. It not only explains your identities, but also bears witness to your relationship with me. Please, allow me to present to you my most sincere gratitude.
Lesser Lord Kusanali, you have done so
Careful,
much for
Dunyarzad.
Sumeru,
Breathe.
and I didn't even have a chance to do anything for you. You don't have to do this.
Oh, honey, you did a lot during that first story quest to make us feel things.
Dunyarzad, the suffering you endured during your illness is also proof of you being with me and praying for me. Thank you.
You don't need to be so ceremonious. It's always been my duty to protect you.
This is how the relationship between the Academia and Dendro Archon should be. We just did what was necessary and set things back on the right path.
You're an Archon, but you act so humble. You really don't need to be so polite with us.
I'm honored to have been able to take part in this plan. I hoped you liked the dance I dedicated to you.
Aww, we sure did.
Thank you, all of you. Thank you so much. Yeah.
Does it just jump to the next day? It ends on a perfect note. Yay! We did it! The next day.
Are you awake? Did you rest well? After Nahida left, you ate a lot of food. You've become a glutton.
Nothing compared to Paimon.
That just means you still have a lot to learn from Master Paimon, the Sage of Gluttony.
That checks out.
All right, since you're awake now, should we go and have a chat with Nahida? She should be in the Academia right about now. If you have any questions, now's your chance to ask.
You mean like how we got to ask questions of Venti and Zhongli and A, and none of those questions answered the question about my sister? I still love that we got this room. We gotta keep the room. From when we got stuck in there for the dream cycle. Okay, let's teleport upstairs. Boom. We're almost done with Sumeru's Archon quest. Almost.
Traveler and Paimon. What a fantastic night. I'm still immersed in all the happiness and joy, like a candle floating on water.
So are we, and that's why we're here to talk with you.
Is there anything you want to know?
Oh, we got a list. Yup, here's the list.
After recent events, the Akasha can no longer function as it used to. I've given it some thought, and have decided to shut it down permanently.
Oh shit, you shut down the internet? We sorta needed that.
This is definitely not a bad thing. Even from the beginning, I've been planning to shut it down. The Akasha's centralized administration of knowledge has always restrained people's curiosity and curtailed the number of paths available to them. I don't think this is good for Sumeru. Although people may initially feel a little uncomfortable with the loss of the Akasha, they will soon understand that this life is more suitable for them. And as for the future of Sumeru, in preparing to regain control of the academia, the former sages have received their punishment, but the new sages have yet to be selected. I will oversee the process personally. I hope that the new 6th grade sages will be more focused on academics. Sumeru needs such leaders more than ever. The other big issue is the people of King Deshret. All the residents of the desert, in fact. They have been mistreated for far too long. I've already taken some measures to address this. It will take some time to rebuild everything, but no matter if it's culture, friendship, or trust, we will rebuild it.
Hold on, I have a question. Nahida, I have a question. So now everyone thinks you were here from the beginning as the Dendro Archon. But you weren't actually here from the beginning as the Dendro Archon. You only started about 500 years ago. But you also think you were here from the beginning. But you don't have any memories of King Deshret, do you? 'Cause he's been dead since before you were born. But it's known that the Dendro Archon and King Deshret were friends, and if you're the Archon from back then, you should have memories of him. Like, do you remember him? Did you get Rukudevaka's memories? Did you not? Is there a hole and you're just not thinking about it? After I fell asleep.
What happened after the doctor put you to sleep?
Did he take the gnosis?
Not exactly. The top-ranked Fatui Harbingers, up to number 3, possess power comparable to that of gods. I was no match for him in that kind of situation. However, in spite of the bad situation, I still managed to make a fair deal with the doctor.
Were you, though?
I'm sure you remember the entity that changed your fate, the Heavenly Principles. In fact, the Heavenly Principles has been quiet since the Conria disaster 500 years ago. I used this point as leverage against the doctor.
Well, I mean, yeah, because we tried to escape during the, fall of Conria 500 years ago. So the Heavenly Principles act of taking away our power and locking us away for 500 years was its last act.
I told him that the Heavenly Principles may be awakened if I destroy the Gnosis. Although it's just a bluff, he still fell for it.
I mean, yeah.
I assumed that the Heavenly Principles wouldn't just stand by and let such extensive damage to its laws take place. And as for what I exchanged for the Gnosis, the exchange served as both punishment for the doctor, as well as a boon of new knowledge that I couldn't refuse as the God of Wisdom.
About the Baldir.
He's still in a coma.
Oh, he's in a coma.
I've hidden him like how one would hide a feather. I know you have many misgivings about him, but as someone who had become a god, he has retained a number of very useful features. Don't worry, I'll keep an eye on him and make sure he doesn't do any evil. In addition, there are still some mysteries left in him. Some things may be very clear from my perspective, but he has still yet to understand them himself. His future will be determined by fate.
By fate or by his luck? Those are two very different words that mean very different things.
Is that where you're headed next? Fontaine, the Nation of Justice?
The Nation of Justice? Uh-oh. I don't know. I don't know if I feel comfortable with that being their main thing.
As far as I know, that nation operates in the judicial system.
But isn't... okay? Aren't judicial systems just red tape? AKA contracts? AKA just what Liyue was? With the god of contracts? But they have a government. I mean, all of these nations had governments, but with the judicial system and judges.
Does their Archon personally judge people?
No, there's a Chief Justice in Fontaine. Generally speaking, the Hydra Archon, Focalor, won't preside over individual trials. However, even then, Focalor will still make herself present at just about every trial. It seems that she just likes to immerse herself in that sort of atmosphere. As Archon, she still reserves the right to influence the final verdict. Anyway, let's just say she's got, a very unique personality.
Ooh, I'm excited now. That's it? That's all I get? Is that she has a unique personality? That's all you're gonna give me about the next Archon?
Are you sure? Isn't there something else you haven't asked about yet?
Is it my sister? Because, yeah.
You mean about your sister?
It's so well known that we're looking for this sister.
While you were resting at Gandharvaville, I took some time to perform an Irminsul search for information on your sister.
There shouldn't be any information on her.
Yeah! Isn't Irminsul a repository for all the information and memories of Teyvat? So there shouldn't be anything on him or his sister.
Unless she interacted with people of Teyvat, and those people of Teyvat remember her, and those people's memories of her exist in Irminsul. And, you know, if she was a princess in Khaenri'ah and led the Abyss as a princess of the Abyss, there would be people who remember her.
This is true in your case. Irminsul indeed does not have any information on you.
Because we didn't do anything. We were innocent.
However,
your sister went on a cross Teyvat road trip.
There must be something different about your sister. Because, as it turns out, the world has recorded information on her after all.
What?
Are we pretending to be surprised?
There's only one possible explanation. She belongs to this world.
But she doesn't. We're identical twins. One of us can't be of this world and the other not. She's corrupted with the Abyss, and the Abyss comes from this world, I guess? Even though I always saw the Abyss as an outside force corrupting Teyvat, I guess the Abyss is part of this world. And as Princess of the Abyss, she is corrupted by that. And,
Nothing about this makes any sense! Wasn't this your first trip to Teyvat?
Do you have any else?
According to the records I was able to access, your sibling suddenly appeared in Khaenri'ah.
Ha! I knew it! I fucking knew it! I said this years ago.
After the Khaenri'ah disaster, she began her journey through the 7 nations of Teyvat.
Ooh, that's new. It was after.
But just as her journey was about to reach its conclusion, the Irminsul records on her suddenly become fuzzy.
Because she joined...
What do you mean, fuzzy? Did something happen to her?
All I know for sure is that somebody, for reasons only they can know, is deliberately obfuscating her fate. And whoever it is, if they can do that, who knows what else they're capable of.
Is it related to the Abyss?
Like, even that wouldn't explain how how she somehow comes from this world.
Something else I noticed was that according to these records, the Fatui have not classified your sibling as one of the Descenders.
Descenders?
What's a Descender? Paimon's never heard of it.
Look, I'm sure you must be curious about the information I received from the Fatui in return for my gnosis, right? A very important part of the intel was about this world's Descenders. External beings, ones that don't belong to this world.
Yeah, that would be me. And are there others?
Traveler, you are Tevat's 4th Descender.
There are 3 more?
Huh? So the Fatui count 3 other Descenders before the Traveler? And his sister isn't even one of them?
That's right. My current hypothesis is that the first Descender was likely what we now call the Heavenly Principles.
Oh, the Heavenly Principle Goddess isn't even from Tibet? Well, that's lovely.
As for the other Descenders, I still need to verify their existence. It could take me some time.
Paimon's head's about to burst from all this crazy new information.
Yeah, this is some new information, alright.
Even knowing all this, I'm sure you must still have a lot of unanswered questions. I must say, I truly regret that I can't help you more as the God of Wisdom. There are many questions in my heart as well. I will need some time to go through each one of them.
Need to reflect.
Soon,
Think
you'll
about
also
all
begin
this.
your journey anew and depart from Sumeru.
Oh, we're already leaving?
I'm
But we
very
just got
interested
here.
in your future. It's a journey that can't be observed or recorded by this world. If fate is the ultimate knowledge, then your future will be the ultimate fate.
Paimon's sure glad we got to meet you, Nahida.
The pleasure is all mine. I can't thank you enough. Alright, that's enough talk for today. If you ever miss me, just close your eyes, and maybe I'll appear in your dreams.
Darn, it's all over. Hold up. Yes! Yu-Gi-Oh shit! Fuck yeah. Okay. Nahida, we're gonna ignore your story quest because I got Yu-Gi-Oh shit going on. Anyone who's not aware, there's a daily quest for this guy called Fukamoto. And he's writing a light novel about the TCG Genius Invocations. And it's basically Yu-Gi-Oh! And there's more, because they're releasing the cards. It's in the game. What's wrong? Oh no. Is it cursed? Is it Pegasus? They're trying to make the card game. I'm here for the Yu-Gi-Oh! Be quiet. I know. It's Yu-Gi-Oh! You said that the effect descriptions on the cards are too long. Did I mention it's Yu-Gi-Oh! And that they're known for their long card effects. Ah, good times. That this quest is required to unlock the TCG mode in 3.3. Yeah, that's what it feels like. Because there's the daily quests with him, and I've done those where you do action poses. Because he feels like action poses are needed for his card game light novel. Because it's Yu-Gi-Oh! And Yu-Gi-Oh! Has action poses in its card game anime. But the fact that they're making us sit down and have an actual quest with him that's not the daily quests that people can miss. Just do a Kaiba pose. It's like, yeah, that's what it was. Cutting down the amount of text on the cards. Is it necessary? Oh no, they couldn't find models. Whatever will we do? That sounds like you were gonna make this light novel gay. This Yu-Gi-Oh! Light novel was gonna be about Cyno and Tighnari and card games. That's gay. What will you do? Your Honor, they are a couple. They are, and they're cute. And also, he's just gonna go to the local card game tournament. Because Cyno just goes to the local card game tournament. If that's not a Cyno thing to do. By the time they're free, the novel will be done. I know Cyno. How did you meet? We overthrew the government together. Okay, let's go talk to Cyno. I know why he's the face of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Thing. Looks at a Tim, looks at Thief King Bakura. I wonder why he's the face of the Yu-Gi-Oh! Thing. Because they designed him based on Yu-Gi-Oh! Characters to begin with. It's so funny. So funny to me. Oh yes. Yes, take pictures of him staring at the wall, please. Clearly the best angle to get of Cyno. It's like, what are you doing, sir? Being antisocial again. Even though you came here to play card games with other people.
When it comes to...
I swear. You mean the guy staring at the wall? Yes. Don't talk to me. I'm angry. Yes, he is, but also the fact that he looks like an anime card game protagonist. I'm like, he does, but you don't have to say it. I know quite a lot of people who can fit into this category. The king of games, man! The king of games! You know, Yu-Gi-Oh! Which is literally translated to King of Games. I have to know what the Japanese King of Invocations translates to. I have to know. You're not gonna base it on the gameplay mechanics. Oh wait, no, I was about to say, are you talking about holograms? But no, you're saying they have to try and steal the cards on the field. Well, I mean, that's an action Yu-Gi-Oh! Option, I guess. Please, ask him to be the main character of this Yu-Gi-Oh! Manga. Come on, Cyno, you can do it. You were made for this. And he is distracted by making a deck. Of course he is. What are you up to? I have to see his dish! I didn't know his dish was a Yu-Gi-Oh reference. You're telling me new things. I don't even know what his dish is, and I have him as a character so I could get the dish. I'm dumb. With a slow attack speed. Yeah, because... Okay, now I'm trying to translate the Genius Invocation. Apparently, because I don't even know the rules of this card game in comparison to a Yu-Gi-Oh deck. But he's trying to do a slow reaction deck when most decks in tournaments are fast. Like, my brother says if he doesn't have the cards to win in the first 3 turns, he's not gonna win. No, they can't! Konami would sue them to oblivion. Yes, they would. But they're already calling these things duels. And it's like, what's a duel? It's a Yu-Gi-Oh duel. It's a card game duel. It's Yu-Gi-Oh. But no, I'm talking about in deck terms, because there are like mill decks where you try to clear out the other player's deck before they can play any cards. There's lock trap decks. There's summoning, obviously, but Cyno's is a slow... It's basically Bakura's deck. And when she drags it out with defense monsters until he gets his spell set up in his back row so that he can perma-kill you. Yeah, with fast attack speeds. Yeah! Okay, yeah, no. He's literally describing modern day Yu-Gi-Oh tournaments in which they beat you in the first 3 turns, or they don't beat you. Yeah, he prefers a longer game because he prefers to play it like the anime, where duels take 2 hours. Yeah! Okay, that's just a Bakura deck. Just like the main character of my novel. Thank you. This is the author of, your favorite manga series, I know. Yeah, he's read the book. Yeah, you know, Yami was known for, you know, pulling the right card at the last minute to win the duel. Then defeats his... I wonder who's fanboying here. Well, it's funny because Cyno is fanboying, but Fukamuto is like, you are perfectly my character. And he is also fanboying. So they are both fanboying, and Traveler's stuck in the middle. If that's not also a mood of, I basically know the generic rules, but that's not interesting for actual anime duels. And now they're about to play cards. Oh yeah. This guy simply wants to play cards. I mean, do you not know Cyno? Well, I mean, if you had a chance to duel Kazuki Takahashi, would you not immediately try to duel Kazuki Takahashi? I mean, it just is a no-brainer in this situation. He wants you to be the main character. Help me take some pictures. Heck yeah! Take pictures of the dude. Okay, hold on. I can barely zoom in. It's not very close to you. Okay, no, I can. Good. Okay, no. Can I do a pose? No, he can't do a pose? Boo. I wish you could do a pose. Oh well. He looks cool anyway. I need to center. No? This whole camera system is a mess, man. Like, what am I even doing? I like the lighting thing going on. But he's also not posing. Which is the point. To get him to pose. He just wants to play card games. I've never played before, but I will. Yay, I get to play card games? Oh, no I do not. They get to play card games. I'm so jealous. Why is it not 3.3 yet? I want to play card games in my gacha game. Slow and deliberate. I mean, he literally just told us he was specifically building a slow reaction deck that most likely locks down the opponent to stall until you get what you want. Ah. Anyway, it's Yu-Gi-Oh! I love it because it's Yu-Gi-Oh! And it makes my day every time. I can't wait to actually play the game. That's what I'm gonna do in 3.3. So I'm just gonna waste time unlocking every single card and playing this goddamn Yu-Gi-Oh! Knockoff. Because that's the unfortunate thing. Do a 10 pull to celebrate. I mean, why not? That's the thing. I did the math. I've already done 40 wishes since Nilu. And I have 50 wishes. So that is 90 wishes. So I can get Nahida. The only problem is if I get Bennett. Because that's who I don't want. I want to avoid... Nahida is broken, so I do want her. Okay. And I got, the one I don't have a full star of, so that's good. How close is Noelle? Oh, she's good in the Abyss? Awesome. Because, yeah, currently I need a good Dendro character for the Abyss. Because I'm stuck with Traveler and Kale. And neither of them are the best around. And I know Nahida is specifically built to be amazing. And so... I'm hoping she's good. Also hoping I get her. There's another 10. Or another 4-star. Hey, but it's a sword. So yeah, so Bennett, I have 2 more Bennetts before he's full constellation. So that's what I'm trying to avoid. Is getting Nahida before I get 2 more Bennetts. And damn, Nahida's gonna be pretty far along. think I'm gonna start doing single pulls. God damn it, Bennett! Okay, I have one more Bennett before he's stuck at full constellation. And I don't want him at 6. I don't want the exclamation mark for all of time. I would like to not have to deal with that last exclamation mark for all of time. You see 6, Tim. Yeah, but then everyone else's attacks end up being fire in his circle. And that makes him useless. And he's my main 4-star in the abyss, man. I can't lose Bennett at this point. Well, I mean, Catalysts don't. It's only normal sword, polearm. Cyno's ult doesn't do the fire thing? Huh. That's interesting. I don't know what that means, but... So, 1... Oh, Cyno's skill cancels it out. Okay, because of his, electro stuff. That makes some sense. 4? 5? Ah, so they just decided to, instead of fixing Bennett's constellation, make new characters have their their damage changed to whatever element damage, not be able to be overwritten. Which, I mean, that works too, but that just means... Yeah, Nilou and Cyno. So, like, the newer 5-stars, they're doing that too. But that just means all the other older characters aren't protected from this. And Cyno's like, I don't have Nilou built up yet. And so... 4-star. Razor! Razor came back. Hi, bud. That's good, at least, that it wasn't a Bennett. And now I should be able to get... Nahida the next few wishes. Hopefully before I get another Bennett. Single wishes, let's go. 3. Damn, Nahida's gonna be like a 90 wish pull for me. I haven't had that bad of luck in a little while. But I guess it makes sense. She'd make things difficult. I'm past 75 at this point. Cause, hold on, you guys can't see my wish info. But I just did like 40 wishes. And they should. Two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wait, 6 and 5. Never mind, I was at 30 wishes. So I'm gonna be at 80. Oof. Okay, so I do have another 10 before guaranteed. Okay, I will do the 10 pull because it's only 10 left and these are my last 10 to get her before I have to start. There she is. Okay. Hopefully, unless I lost the pity. Okay, I got a 4-star book. God damn it, Tighnari! Why? Okay. I did not get Nilou. Or I did not get Nahida. Which, I mean, I had it coming. Yeah, and he's at least Dendro, and I at least did not have him yet. But that means I am not getting Nahida on her first banner run. Darn. That's a shame. At least I'm guaranteed yes. And if I decide to go pulling for Child, that means I'll be guaranteed for Child. Because he's rerunning, and I'd like to finally get him, so... Mr. Worldwide, huh? Yeah, because I've gotten most of the other older characters. Like, Yoimiya's getting this rerun. Yeah, I love the music. This one, and then freaking Ormos. They're just so good. It's like all of Sumeru has really good music. And also the Aranaras are very cute when they do their singing while it's the background music. Also sounds like a creepy small child, like playground sort of thing, like a ghost child thing going on. It's also just cool and cute. But yeah, I'm not getting Nahida. Darn.
Sometimes the law is compatible with human nature, but sometimes the two conflict. Balancing the two.
I got a reputation reward though.
Discipline
I'm gonna
in
let
its
this
own
ad
right.
run through. Getting this reputation reward. Ooh, 100 XP for that one. Nice. Again, I still only have that one left. Another 2 bounties. I think I can go make my treasure watch. Let's see. Because I think I just got the treasure watch unlocked from Sumeru's popularity points. There it is. But I foolishly put rocks in just as I got it, and so I had to wait. But also, what do I have to fight for Tighnari? Is it the same one as Nilou? Or is it the bird? It's the bird. Okay. Yeah, the crystals that changed the thing on my teapot. Yeah, I've collected a few of them. I'm not positive how many I have of the Sumeru ones. Like every time the bird comes around selling them, I always buy them. And I know there's some hidden on the map, but I haven't looked up a guide to like pick all those up. But I have some of the Sumeru one. Okay, for which one? I don't mind if you tell me where it is, because that'd be fun. The daytime city theme? Well, let me see. I don't think I have that one. Yeah, I don't think I have the daytime city. So it's the Academia teleport. Oh wait, I do? I mean... Oh, Whirling Leaves. Oh, it just starts... Oh yeah, it is. Yeah. But yeah, I was probably wandering around and I found it at some point. It's definitely what happened. Yeah, I definitely... That was the fun thing I did at one point, was I muted Genshin's background music to look up on YouTube Genshin background music. And if that ain't fun irony, I don't know what is. It was because,
Hello, traveler. Have you ever heard of a moment of dreams?
No, I have not. Who are you?
Oh, that sounds like some kind of sweet drink.
I'm afraid not. It's the name of an event we started to hold regularly.
Oh, is there an
Dreams
event?
have become quite the hot topic in Sumeru, and many people are
this is
excited to share
Nahida's
the
story
dreams
quest.
they've seen
Oh
at
shit.
night. The same goes for me. The last time I dreamed was when I was but a little child, so I can't help but feel excited and nostalgic about dreaming again.
Oh, right. Everyone's able to dream again now.
Yes, we organized an event to give everyone with new dreams a platform to freely share their experiences. And thus our event, A Moment of Dreams, was born.
So, it's kind of like a fireside chat.
You could say that. We hear all sorts of wild and fabulous stories every day. Really, why not have a listen for yourselves?
Yeah, but to us, dreaming is as normal as breathing. Wait, but if there are free drinks and snacks involved, then Paimon might consider it.
I mean, dreams may be normal to happen, but people can still have pretty weird dreams.
Oh, really?
It's always fun to
So
hear
you
those.
mean you've already seen many dreams?
But we're not from Sumeru.
But no need to get so excited. It's really nothing special.
No. We need experienced participants like you to share your experiences with dreaming.
You guys don't know
Please
what's
allow
coming.
me to address you two as dream experts.
Sounds kind of weird.
Expert? Paimon kind of likes it.
Now you seem interested. Please, follow me to the meeting place. It won't take much of your time. Rest assured, you'll find all the drinks and snacks you'd like there.
Wow, how accommodating.
I suddenly feel stranger danger?
Sign us up. But wait, Paimon's getting ahead of herself again. We should see what the traveler thinks first.
Yeah, I don't know if I agreed
Why
to
aren't
share
you
my
saying
dreams with
anything?
strangers. You're the boss. I don't think I have a choice.
Alright, hurry up and take us to be dream experts.
Very good. Follow me then.
And then we don't. And then we didn't. Because we'll do it tomorrow.
What's the most important part of being an expert?
Well, I suppose it must be accumulating knowledge and sharing your experiences?
It's getting free food.
It's all about the title. From now on, Paimon will be known as Paimon, the Dream Expert.
Okay, sure.
Okay.
I mean, the titles are also important. We are honorary knight for the rest of our lives. For a reason. Okay, give me my treasure compass. Heck yeah. Ooh, and there is one. See, I love the compass because it leads me to ones I've completely missed. In areas I've ran
Let's
around
appraise the value
over
on
and
this.
over again. So yeah, that's going to be fun. Oh, there's another one just right here. Huh.
Remarkable condition.
This is also where you realize how many of these chests I've just missed the entire time. Because I'm not the best at finding chests that aren't clearly marked out in the open. Right around here. Oh no, that's a bush. I've been over here so many times. How could I have possibly missed the chest? $60 scarabs? See, I find Nahida hard too, because you still gotta do the, flying around to get them, because they're all hanging on the cliffs. To my right. Okay. Am I just missing it? Oh, I am just missing it over and over again.
Surprisingly
Okay.
useful.
Thank you, Ryuji, for seeing the chest for me. 'Cause I cannot read. Come back.
Nowhere to run.
Tighnari is R2! Okay. Well, I mean, Tighnari is like level 12 at the moment, so I don't know how well he'll live out in the wild. What? His arrows will do that? No way! They'll actually go near chests? Like, I knew he could find materials special to Sumeru. I knew he was that one. Didn't know his arrows actually are homing beacons for chests. That's so cool.
Rest and rebuild.
Nowhere to run. Test subject.
Boom. Well, now I have to try this cool thing you just told me to do. Okay. Well, there's no chests here. Darn. Keep up. Keep up. Okay, so there's one that direction. Or his homing arrow? Well, I mean, that's just a smoked bomb. Do you mean his triangle? But that one just does it too. Yeah, that just shoots straight on. Now there's one way up there? Really? No. I'm not going all the way up there when there's one over here somewhere. Am I reading it wrong? Hold on. Let me read the instructions. Okay, uses R2 and then aim wherever. You mean where the flower shows up? But the flowers just show up wherever. There's one in here? Is it behind one of these things? Yes. Is there one on this side too, while I'm here? No? Okay. Save me some time. I feel bad about just sort of smoking out people randomly. It's like, sorry. Trying to figure out this special ability I don't know how to use. Right around here or something. Unless it's under here? No. Okay, so it is on the bridge thing. Oh, wow, a precious chest. There's still one down here? Really? Why? Finders keepers, man. That's the rules. If I find it in the forest, I keepers it. Okay, it's right under this stuff. No. You're the leader of the forest rangers. You should not be finders keeperings things. Yeah, he shouldn't be. But who's gonna tell him no? Himself? I think not. Also probably has something to do with the fox part. I like finding things.
It's time to apply for a new budget again.
Why not? I'm not finding this chest. It's like, Tighnari, no. Don't dare them to do these things. Also, I'm just a blind idiot. And there is one up there. I knew it. I knew those roots up there would have a chest.
Yeah.
He's like, the academia needs me too much. They can't lock me up. They can't afford to. I'm their only doctor. Well, that's outside. It's like, looks up. That's not something in here. Are we officially friends? I mean, of course we are officially friends. It needs official documentation now. Your friendship certificate. It'll need my signature. I feel like this is a conversation he had with Cyno at some point. Of officially friends. Like, sorry, was that new academia paperwork I have to fill out so we can be friends, Cyno? Is that how this goes now? Do I have to sign paperwork when we become boyfriends? I mean, I know I have to sign paperwork when we become husbands, but... I'm probably gonna have to call stream here because it's 5 o'clock almost. And I'm going out to dinner with Stevie and some co-workers of Stevie's, I think. Oh, well, that did randomly shoot downward towards something, but I think that's just the gravity of the arrows. Yeah. Mathematically, rainbows don't weigh much because they are water vapor, so a few ounces. It's pretty light. Okay, I was right. But I did not get the pun. I was just like, well, it's water vapor, so it's probably only like a few ounces if you put it all together. It's a Cyno level joke. Yeah, Cyno and his dad jokes are like peak everything. I just love his dad jokes so much. They're just all so bad. But yeah, I think I have to call stream, but we'll stream again tomorrow at 2 o'clock to do Nahida's dream hangout event thing. Shame, sorry I didn't get to co-op. Got distracted with other things. But if Nahida's thing doesn't take too long tomorrow, we can probably do co-op stuff then. Either way, thank you for hanging out with me for the last bit of the stream, Ryuji. Thank you everybody who's been lurking. And I'll see you guys tomorrow.